Using height is very important. I've realized that more now since I've retired. I don't have the speed or the movement, so using the height from the back of the court, also the front of the court, has improved in my game. So I need it more than ever to try to get back to the tee. But it is a great shot. I think it shows a very disciplined and mature player that is not afraid to, not always when the chance comes to hit it to the front, they can hit it to the back. And it was also one of my favorite shots to shape up like I was going to hit it to the front for a volley drop and then just push it to the back again. And it's a great sort of blow to your opponent. They're used to me hitting it short, and all of a sudden I'm just sort of tactically hitting that ball to the back to try to push them back. And after doing that enough, hopefully they're going to hang back, and that will open up the front of the court. But again, using the height, using the correct speed on the ball, there's lots that goes into it, but if you can get it right, it's really a great way of setting up points to give yourself the best chance to create something at the front of the court. In this section, I'd like to talk about using height on the court, using the front wall. I think the big mistake people make is under pressure at the front of the court, always trying to use power to get themselves out of trouble. I'm a big believer in, again, of using height and chipping the ball, and again, using height and using it as an aggressive way as well, an attacking way. Not necessarily using height as a defensive way. So I see it a lot of times players coming into the front off balance, trying to use power to get themselves out of trouble, where again, having the ability to reset the rally, to give yourself time to regroup is such a big thing. So I'm a big believer in coming into the front, using height to give myself time to get back to the tee and create more time to reset the rally. So a big part of it is not always using power, all right? Using more height is where I can be more defensive and give myself more time to regroup and hopefully get back into the rally again. Okay, so continuing with using height and using the front wall, we talked a little bit about the front, the middle. Now I'd like to talk about the back of the court. Again, it's probably one area of my game now that I've retired, I'm not playing as much. I need the height of the front wall so much more than I ever did. So again, the idea of using height from the back is to give myself time to get to the tee. So playing these days, if I'm always stuck behind my opponents, I've lost a lot of speed to the front. So I really appreciate using height from the back more than ever now. So again, under pressure in the back corners, it's so important, again, not to try to always use power to get myself out of trouble. So be able to hit that ball nice and high straight, or giving myself that high one where I can get back to the tee to recover is so important. So coming back and using that, it's very similar in some ways to the lob at the front. Getting under the ball and lifting that ball and giving myself time, or chipping it straight. You see a lot of the pro players do that, where they chip it and it just gives them time to get back to the tee, and that's really where we want to be. The back end's the same, again, judging whether to take the ball before the back wall or after the back wall, but having the ability to get down nice and low and again lift that ball high, having that nice straight follow through, or if I think the cross is better, but I've got to make sure it's high enough and wide enough to get it past my opponent. So under pressure here, I'm going to hit either high, or as I come in, I'm going to really extend and hit that high one to give myself time to get to the tee.